to lose them. Take these arms, I'm never gonna use them. Your goodbyes left me with eyes that cry. How can I go on, dear, without you? You took the part that once was my heart, so why not take all of me? Your goodbyes left me with eyes that cry. How can I go on, dear, without you? You took the best, baby, come on and get the rest. So why not take all of me? Why not take all of me? I hear music when I look at you, a beautiful theme of any dream I ever knew. Down deep in my heart, I hear it play, then I feel a start, then I wanna melt away. I hear music when you touch my hand, a beautiful melody from some enchanted land. Down deep in my heart, I hear it say, tell me this is my day. Because I alone have heard this love is strange. I alone have had this bad refrain. Tell me why must it be forever inside of me? Tell me why did I let it go? Tell me why did I let you know? Why did I let you know this song my heart wants to sing? That's me beautiful rhapsody of love, youth and spring. The music is sweet, my words are true. The song is you. forever inside of me. Tell me why did I let it go? Tell me why did I let you know? so very bright and beautiful. Be yours today and every day. As I sing this beautiful song entitled And Last, my love has come along, and my lonely days are over, and my life is like a song, and I can sing it all day long. Yeah, at last, the skies above are blue, and my heart was wrapped up in clover. The night I looked at you, I found a dream that I could speak to, a dream that I can call my own. I'm talking about a thrill to press my cheek to, a thrill that I have never known. And whoa, then you smile. Oh, and then the spell was cast. You put your mojo on me, baby. Now here we are in heaven. Oh yeah, 'cause you are mine at last. Oh, baby. Good evening to everyone. Good evening. I'm Laurie Zane. I have often walked down the street before, but you know the pavement always stayed beneath my feet before. All at once, am I several stories high, knowing I'm on the street where you live. Are the lilac trees all in the heart of town? Can't you hear a lark in any other part of town? Does enchantment pour out of every door? No, it's only on the street where you live. And that overpowering feeling, just to know somehow you were standing so near. And that overtowering feeling, that a second you could suddenly appear. People stop and they stare. I don't care, it don't bother me, 'cause there's nowhere else on earth that I would want to be. Let the time roll by, I don't care as long as I can be right here on the street where you live. His name is Wellington on the trumpet. And that overpowering feeling, just to know somehow you are standing so near. And that overpowering feeling, any second you could suddenly appear. People stop and they stare. I don't care, it don't bother me, 'cause there is nowhere else on earth that I would want to be. Let the time roll by, I don't care as long as I can be right here on the street where you live. I want to hang out on the street where you live. Where you live.
Ladies and gentlemen, song stylist Larzine. We're at the Art Social Club Big Band, and representing you here tonight, and glad to be up here. We're going to do a tune by guy's going to speak it in English, and it's called Mumbles. And we had 30 minutes, so we don't want to overplay. We could play another 2 hours if we had to, but we don't want to do that. Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Charlie Fun.
she be ba doo doo boom ding dong now. Ding ding dong diddy boom diddy boom ding dong how. She ba doo 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 ding dong dong she hang dong she be ba doo doo da. She ding dong dong ding dong dong she hang now. She be diddy boom she be ba doo doo boom diddy boom she hang dong she go diddy boom she play with the how. She diddy down she ding dong diddy boom diddy the how. She diddy boom she can't fall down. She diddy boom she hibbles the how. And the skeeter home, the flickers hand. And she skeeter home, the flickers to hand. And she go to home, the flickers to hand. And she didn't know the flickers to go home. And she skeeter home, and she flickers hand. And she lived she keep open to hand. She did home, she keep open to hebel. She did people do the boom, she can't do the hey home, hey home. She did boom, the people do the boom down. She did people do bad, the baby boom, the boom. She give them the boom, she give them down. She did little bitty boom, you know. She did boom, the people do the show baby the hound. She keep it a home, the scribble to hang, and she habits to home, the flickers. And she's keeping the home, the flickers to hang, and she's habits to hold them hanging. And she's keeping about her, she get home the flame, and she never left the flickers to hang. She's home the plane, the skibble, and she's baby to go home, the flickers to hang. You think knock the taste out your mouth, cause the king is home, and the flickers are king, and she laying down the baby to lamb. She laying down the baby to lamb down, the man, the people do the deal, she giggles down, she giggles to back. She laying down, down. She laying she getting bone hangs her hand. She be able to bang down, ain't no now. She bang bone, they be able to do the bone down. Woo! She bang bone down. She be able to do the bone. She getting low now. She be able to bang. She bang down, down. She bang, they be able to bang home. She be able to do the bone down. She be able to hang down, down home. She be laying down now. She keep it, she keep it down, she keep it home the flickers. She keep it home, you see me got home, and she's flickers go home the flickers. But seriously, you see get home in the flickers, and she keep her home, and she hit him, and she bit him, and she hit him, and she bit him, because she wasn't going to flickers go home the flickers hand.
Charlie Fun, ladies and gentlemen. Did you understand what he said? And Charlie's an English teacher. We got 5 more minutes so before let me bring Larzine back on, ladies and gentlemen. We can do that other number. Ladies and gentlemen, a little bit more of Larzine song stylings.
You better love me while you may. Tomorrow I might fly away, 'cause I need your gentle touch, your continental touch, that elemental touch. You love me too, I know that you do. You better hold me while I'm here, 'cause I've been known to disappear. So don't let this miracle fade away. The clock ticks high above me. If you think fondly of me, you better love me while you may. You better love me while you may. Tomorrow I might fly away, 'cause I need your gentle touch, your continental touch, that elemental touch. You want me to, I know that you do. You better squeeze me while I'm here, 'cause I've been known to disappear. So don't you let this miracle melt away. The clock ticks high above me. If you think fondly of me, you better love me while you may. elemental touch, your continental touch, that elemental touch. You want me to, I know that you do. You better squeeze me while I'm here, 'cause I've been known to disappear. So don't you let this miracle melt away. The context high above me. If you can find me up, you better love me. You better love me. You better love me while you may. Hey, you better love me. Come on and love me. You better love me while you may. You better love me while you may. Love me. Love me. Love me while you may. Love me while you may.
Let's hear it for Dr. Phil's big band. Wow. You guys are great. And Charles and Donna. This is the house orchestra for the Arch Social Club in West Baltimore. You'll hear more about them later tonight. My name is Jack Rasmussen. I'm the chair of the Maryland State Arts Council. On behalf of the board and the talented and dedicated staff, as well as our colleagues at UMBC, Maryland Citizens for the Arts, and the National Council for the Traditional Arts, welcome to the 13th Annual Maryland Traditions Heritage Awards. The Maryland State Arts Council advances the arts in our state by providing leadership that champions creative expression, diverse programming, equitable access, lifelong learning, and the arts as a celebrated contributor to the quality of life for all the people of Maryland. We at the Maryland State Arts Council are all in with that mission, and we hope you are too. Because of your work in communities across the state, I'm proud to say that the state of Maryland now ranks third in the nation in per capita spending for the arts. Yeah. This is an amazing accomplishment. It's a testament to the vibrancy of your art scene. It wouldn't be possible without the work of people like you who support the arts as artists, administrators, and cultural workers. Thank you. Congratulations to all of us, but we can always be better. And at Maryland State Arts Council, we welcome your participation and feedback as we move forward together. We're gathered tonight for the Maryland Arts Summit to celebrate the traditions that make Maryland such an exciting and unique place to live. Our fantastic state folklorist will be out here soon to tell you more about that. But for now, I'd like us to dance to one more number from Dr. Phil's big band. Take it away, Dr. Phil.
Kansas City, here I come. I'm going to Kansas City, here I come. They got some fine young men there, and I wanna get me one. I'll be standing on the corner of 12th Street and Vine. I'll be standing on the corner of 12th Street and Vine. With my Kansas City baby and a bottle of Kansas City wine. Well, I might take a train, I might take a plane, but if I gotta walk, I'm gonna get there the same. Going to Kansas City, I come. They got a crazy way of swinging, and I wanna rock with some. Woo! plain. But if I gotta walk, I'm gonna get this the same. Going to Kansas City, here I come. They got some fine young men there, and I wanna get me one. Kansas City, here I come. Kansas City, yeah.
Dr. Phil's big band and song stylist Laura Zine, and our dancers Charles Wilson and Donna Hardy. One more time.
Nice job, guys.
We can't bring you to the Arch Social Club tonight, but we can do our best to bring it to you. I am Chad Buterbaugh. I'm your state folklorist, director of the Maryland Traditions State Folk Life Program. This is our 13th annual Maryland Traditions Heritage Awards. What a beautiful crowd. I'm so glad that you're here. I'm so glad that you're at the Art Summit. I'm so glad that you care about our state's traditional arts and culture or folk life. So what is my job exactly? Well, I'm the fifth of a number of folklorists who have come through the State Arts Council to intersect with those communities and cultures throughout the state that are vibrant centers of what we call living cultural traditions, folk life. We've been hosting these awards since 2007 in order to recognize outstanding stewardship of folk life in three categories: person, place, and tradition. And our spiritual forebear, if you like, in this endeavor is Dr. Alta Schrock, the Garrett County folklorist, who started a number of, a number of community groups in Western Maryland and whose memory we honor with this event. So we are the longest continuously running state folklife program in the country, having begun our work in 1974, and with other fabulous staff members at the State Arts Council, as well as an incredibly supportive and wonderful board. We're just moving on with the power of a locomotive. We're going to continue with our presentation of the Arch Social Club tonight. Let me tell you a little bit about our 2019 honoree in the category of place. This traditionally African-American social club began informally in 1905 and officially chartered in 1912. So any way you slice it, you're looking at well more than a century of fellowship, community, and celebration of African-American culture, based mainly in West Baltimore, although it began on Arch Street, closer to where the University of Maryland Baltimore campus is today. We have for you tonight a number of awards that we're going to be giving out, but we want to start with a short documentary premiere, A Century of Fellowship, telling the story of the Arch Social Club. So. Perhaps the thing to do, thank you, is to tell you a little bit more about this club. I first visited a couple of years ago. The intersection of Pennsylvania Avenue and North Avenues, which was and is an incredibly vibrant center for African American community and culture. The names that have come through this district over the years, the performers, the events that have happened there have been truly remarkable. And as I like to say, you can't tell the story of Baltimore without also telling the story of the Arch Social Club. Now, I would like to introduce you to a short documentary produced by Bill Shoebridge of University of Maryland, Baltimore County, A Century of Fellowship. Please.
The Arch Social Club is a combination of things. Primarily, it is a social club. It's about the intellectual and spiritual uplift of the people and the community. But also, it is a for-profit corporation. It became incorporated back in 1912.
It was a time during segregation, during Jim Crow, where, African-American men were targeted for standing, just being in their own community, standing outside. So the individual members decided to create their own institution to house the activities that they were going to do.
In the early days, we acted as a community organization as well as a culture center, you know. That's how we acted, because we were part of the community, and everybody came to Art Social Club. Like, they came there just to talk to the lawyers for advice. They came there just to talk to the doctors to get advice. Art Social Club had history makers in the club. They had graduated from colleges, universities. They were educated people. They were like early civil rights fighters at that particular time, trying to change things, you know.
After the desegregation, people began to migrate out of the community. And so our membership began to drop. We were up around 300 members, and now I guess we're about like somewhere around 65. And then also in this generation, becoming part of social clubs and stuff like that is not quite as popular yet until we repopularize it. But you know, we're working on that one.
I grew up learning about these guys, about these brothers, about these individuals who were strictly about the service of their community and preservation of their culture. So when I met them, it was like, you know, it was odd.
The thing about club, we're a private club, and the thing about private means shh, you know, because some things in private clubs you don't tell everything. So because we're not a political organization, you can be a Democrat, Republican, or atheist, no matter what your religious view, no matter what it is, you be a member of our social club. We never had a clause to say whites can join a club. We just was a men's club.
Also, there are community events that we support. So you might come in here Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and there's no telling, you know, what organization may be in here, a meeting, or, you know, trying to have some type of an event. That's really how we first met with Denise Johnson, Executive Director of our 501c3, our Social Community Network.
I think the beautiful thing that I'm feeling now is the level of respect that they give me, and they hold me in value. So I feel blessed. Sometimes I feel a little, I don't know what the word is, because I'm just surrounded by men, and I'm saying, okay, we have to figure out how do we bring more women in.
Right now, what we're doing is that we are determined to transform the image of Ground Zero for Baltimore City. And when people think of Ground Zero and Penn North right now, they think of the Freddie Gray Uprising. Well, we're going to change that. And when we get finished, when people think of Ground Zero, they're going to think about this is the gateway to the Black Arts and Entertainment District.
When I was a little boy, it was like Las Vegas, you know. All the movie stars, all the entertainers, everybody came to Baltimore. Jane Brown, Temptation, Diane Ross, you know, different people have played at the Royal Theater, but it's historic. This was our downtown.
What we feel is very, very important for Black people and for Baltimore City as a city is that we revitalize Pennsylvania Avenue, not just physically with stores and shops, but also with a vibrant Black, African-American oriented culture.
The club, again, their hearts are so, they just have such beautiful hearts in their intent to continue to support the community. Sometimes over the years, they have let people use the space for free.
When you first come into the Arc Social Club, there's a banner up in the foyer area inside of the museum. And it says, we are Arc Social Club members, and our goal is to service our community and preserve our culture. So those two basic things right there just fell on my heart. We have to be patient with each other. So with that patience and with that love, it's easier to offer them, you know, services now. Yeah, so service to the community and preservation of our culture, most important things.
But for anybody out there who are high rollers or know people who have those big dollars, we have our historic structures report. It's going to cost $5 million to totally renovate this building. My phone number is 410-746-4819. Phase 1 is going to cost $1.6 million, so just give me a call. Okay.
The Arch Social Club is located in Baltimore City's District 7. From the office of District 7 City Councilman Leon Pinkett, I'd like to introduce Mr. Taiwan Rice.
Good evening, everyone. On behalf of Councilman Leon F. Pinkett III of District 7 of Baltimore City, I come with greetings. There are many reasons why we love the district that we serve. District 7 is unique. One may even consider it sanctified, set apart from the other 13 districts. Webster defines the word footprint as the impressions left by a foot or shoe or ground or surface. The second definition in the area occupied or affected by something. When reading this definition, one couldn't help but to think about Art Social Club. Pennsylvania Avenue has always been known for being rich in culture, and we're excited to revitalize the arts and entertainment district with the impressions that were left by the Billie Holidays and the Cab Callaways. However, we are even more excited to celebrate an organization that has been a part of the footprint of this legacy since 1905. An organization that has always been boots on the ground, doing the work to make a difference in our community, creating footprints. If we go ahead and step further and examine the second definition, it couldn't ring any more true. Some may view Penn North as a high crime area, saturated with addiction, drug distribution, and loitering. But we see beyond what the average person sees riding along North Avenue. We see a community that just needs a restoration of hope. Our social club is one of the many organizations that has and will continue to bring back hope to Penn North. Their footprint has inspired activism, restored community through partnerships with a clear common vision, and we know that they will help lead the vision that we have for the future of Pennsylvania Avenue. On behalf of the City Council of Baltimore, this resolution reads, "Be it hereby known to all that the City Council of Baltimore offers its sincerest congratulations to the Arts Social Club in recognition of being selected as a 2019 Maryland Traditions Heritage Award recipient. The entire membership extends its best wishes on this memorable occasion and directs this resolution be presented on the 7th day of June, 2019. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Ty. And on behalf of Governor Larry Hogan, the Department of Commerce, the Division of Tourism, Film, and the Arts, and the Maryland State Arts Council, it's my distinct pleasure to present this governor's citation to members of the Arch Social Club. Will you please join us on stage? Mr. Van Anderson, Mr. Caleb Tashambe, and Ms. Denise Johnson.
On behalf of the Arts Social Club, I would like to take this opportunity to thank each and every one of you today for being a part of this celebration and for the Maryland State Arts Council for recognizing the Arts Social Club for the work that we've been doing, the generational work. And by us, through standing on the shoulders of our ancestors and standing on the shoulders of our elders, our intention is to continue on and to pass this baton on to the next generation. And our intention is to continue to do this for the next 100 years. So we look forward to seeing all of y'all along Pennsylvania Avenue as we go through the revitalization and development of Pennsylvania Avenue as a Black Arts and Entertainment District. We're going to have us a wonderful time, and we look forward to seeing everyone there.
It is impossible to talk about bluegrass in Southern Maryland and not mention the name Jay Armsworthy. This is a celebration. A native of California, Maryland, and St. Mary's County, Jay has devoted his life to the traditional, hard-driving bluegrass that feeds his spirit. I've heard Jay play a number of times, and he always is extremely transparent with his love for this art form. Jay has for many years been the host of the Bluegrass on the Bay radio program, which is broadcast throughout the Mid-Atlantic from his home. Jay has been the host and the promoter of a number of bluegrass and bluegrass-oriented festivals throughout Southern Maryland, including most recently the Little Margaret's Bluegrass Festival. He also does a winter concert series at the American Legion, Post 238 in Hughesville, Charles County. The list really does go on and on. Jay learned guitar from his father, and he caught a couple of chords as a young man. He learned a couple of more chords the next week and a couple of more chords the week after that. And he tours today with his band Eastern Tradition, which he inherited from a mentor of his some years ago. It is my distinct pleasure to introduce to you from St. Mary's County, Jay Armsworthy and Eastern Tradition.
Thank you, Chad. Thank you, Southern Maryland. All right. Go ahead. It was long, long ago in the moonlight. We were sitting on the banks of the stream. When you whispered so sweetly, I love you, and the waters murmured too. Oh, they tell me your love's like a flower in the springtime blossoms so fair. In the fall when it withers away, dear, and they tell me that's the way of your love. Leon Morris on the mountain. I remember the night, little darling. We were talking of days gone by. When you told me you always loved me, and your love for me would never die. Well, they tell me your love is like a flower in the springtime blossom so fair. In the fall when it withers away, dear, and they tell me that's the way of your love. said you'd be my home. And though I thought you'd gone away, you left me all alone. Well, the kind of love I had for you, I find sweetheart grows cold. But now you're gone and left me here to travel this lonesome road. I'm traveling down this lonesome road, oh, how I hate to go. Well, when the storm is raging high and it's awful cold, my mind drifts back to you, sweetheart, and I love you so. Now you're gone and left me here to travel this lonesome road. As I woke up from my sleep, I saw an image on the wall. When I looked up and saw her peaceful, smiling face, then I heard her dear sweet voice. Would you like to do one thing? Here's a message from me to you, for you to bring. Please call Mom and Dad and insist that I'm okay. Not to cry for me anymore. I've earned my wings through heaven's door. There's so much that I would like to say. I guess we'll meet again someday. Please don't cry for me anymore, 'cause I'm inside heaven's door. Oh, by the way, one more thing I'd like to say. Tell them thank you for the things they've done and the prayers they say each day. I'll sign off from now until the end. I know we'll meet again someday. So don't cry now, I'm inside heaven's door. Please tell Mom and Dad and insist that I'm okay. Not to
Armsworthy in Eastern tradition. If that doesn't get you moving, I don't know if there's hope for you. Jay, come on up.
Yes, sir.
On behalf of the state of Maryland, Governor Hogan, Department of Commerce, Division of Tourism, Film, and the Arts, and the Maryland State Arts Council, it's my distinct pleasure to present to you the 2019 Heritage Award in the category of Person. Jay Armsworthy.
Thank you so much.
Let's get a picture together. Jay, would you like to say a few words?
Well, they always say that I'm never lost for words, because I always like to talk. But I tell you, this is very much a great honor to be presented with this. And I was really shocked when I got the message and the news about this, and just couldn't wrap my head around it. And Chad explained it all to me, what it's all about. And I really appreciate it, and it is a great honor. And I have eat, sleep, bluegrass music. I have a passion for this stuff. And as a promoter, when I bring the bluegrass groups around in Southern Maryland area, what gives me the greatest joy is seeing the smiles and the faces of people who enjoy the music and walk away and knowing that the music has made some kind of inspiration on the people and they walk away happy. And that's what gives me the great joy about continuing to do what I do. I'm a lifetime member of an organization called the International Bluegrass Music Association, and in 2005 I was part of a class called Leadership Bluegrass with a commitment to preserve and continue the tradition of my kind of music, bluegrass, in the Southern Maryland area. And that's what I continue to try to do. And the same goes with playing with my band. If I can say something on stage or do something that can be an inspiration to somebody, why, that's the kind of thing that makes me continue to do this kind of thing and serve my community in St. Mary's. I want to thank my wife, who's with me tonight, Michelle. She supports everything that I do, and I feel that she should be the one getting this award because she has a lot of patience and for what I do, and she supports me quite a bit, and I couldn't do it without her. And I also want to thank my mom and dad, Johnny and Lorraine, for being here with me tonight. And they bought me my first guitar in 1980. It was a 1980 D35, and it's the one that I'm playing right here tonight. And I wanted to play that in this honor. Pulled it out. It hadn't been out in quite a while, so I decided to do that. And I'm doing something that my dad always wanted to do, and that was play music and be around the music and put on shows. And he taught me, as Chad said, a few chords on the instrument, and then I took it over from there, and he gave it up. And I continued to do it, and I want to thank my mom and dad for keeping me inspired into the music and keep me on the right road growing up and always kept me around good people. And if it wasn't for their inspiration in music, I don't know what I'd be doing today. Probably wouldn't be music, I'm sure. I have some other close friends out here in the audience and a lot more that came by and surprised me that I didn't expect to be coming, but I want to thank Jim and Martha Bailey, my adopted parents, and also Joe and Denise Bragg, who's been following the band Eastern Tradition ever since I started. 25 years of friendship that we've had, and also my aunt and uncles with me, Franny and Judy Woodburn. And say a big shout out to Chucky and Kristen and Jerry Marie. Appreciate y'all. Y'all surprised me. Didn't Southern Maryland is well supported here this evening, I think. And also, I got to mention another gentleman that has been beside me for the past probably 12 years, 15 years, I guess, doing the shows and all the Bluegrass for Hospice and all the festivals that I do down home. And that's our great, wonderful sound technician, Troy Jones. I don't know if he's with us tonight, but I think he wanted to be. Yeah, he is. Hey. I tell you, through the years, I've been really fortunate to have some great musicians that I've played with that have come and gone in this group. And some very well-known and very famous musicians like Mr. Tom Gray, and Mr. Leon Mars. And Tom, I think he's back here. Oh, he took off in the audience. Tom is one of the founding members of the group called the Seldom Scene from the D.C. area. And, yep. And see, I was fortunate to travel with him and play a lot of music, and we traveled many miles and told many stories together, and I'm really thrilled. And by the way, he's filling in with us tonight again because our regular bass player, Lewis Layton, couldn't be with us. And Tom, I want to thank you. It is a great honor that you were able to come out and help us out tonight. I really appreciate it. It means a lot to me that you were able to do this with us. And you're welcome. And little Leon Morris, now my mom and dad took me out to see him play when I was just a kid growing up. And I always loved his style and was inspired by his guitar picking. And never thought the day would come that we'd be playing music together. And I thank him, and I'm going to thank all the guys. Scott Walker back here on the banjo. Thank them all for putting up with me and being part of the band. I'm having more fun playing music now than I ever have in all my life. I guess that's from getting older and mellowing out and not sweating the small stuff, as Scott tells me all the time. Once again, I want to say thank you to a great person standing here to my left, Mr. Chad Budabal, for his hard work that he does in searching out and preserving the traditions of Maryland's folk life, as well as the Maryland State Arts Council and the National Council for Traditional Arts, and for all they do in the arts and entertainment throughout Maryland. Thank you guys for this recognition. It means a lot, and I'm going to try my best to keep this tradition alive in Southern Maryland. Thank you.
That's right.
Brother, you got it. You got it.
Jay, I'm glad you mentioned the National Council for the Traditional Arts. They are our production partners for this event, as well as for another event that we host in Salisbury, Maryland, the National Folk Festival. That came to the great state of Maryland last year. It's going to be keeping its residency for 2 more years. If you would like to, the Maryland State Arts Council and Maryland Traditions Program supports that event with a dedicated folk life area featuring traditional artists from across our state. Those artists will be announced for our September festival on June 26th at Oriole Park at Camden Yards. What are you doing that morning at 10:30? Why don't you come on by and meet some of the artists and hear about the exciting things that we in the NCTA have got lined up for early September. Hope to see you there. Also would like to thank the staff here, the technical crew at UMBC and the Proscenium Theater. They deserve a dedicated round of applause, please. As well as our magic makers with the NCTA, Amy Mills and Sally Vandewater. The story of bomba and plena is the story of Puerto Rico. They're 2 distinct musical and dance traditions coming from different points in history, but intertwining today in perfect harmony. The bomba tradition comes from Puerto Rico's African roots. It is percussive in nature, and it's about 450 years old, I actually learned just this morning. Whereas the plena tradition is only over 100 years old, and injects a lyrical storytelling element into the tradition. So if you think about it in one way, we've got more than half a millennium worth of traditional practice inside bomba and plena. Where the Puerto Rican diaspora goes, bomba and plena go. Where the story of that island community is told, the story of bomba and plena is told. In the state of Maryland, the story of bomba and plena is told through the Howard County-based organization Cultura Plenera, our 2019 winners for a Heritage Award in the category of tradition. The performance ensemble of Cultura Plenera is Los Hijos e Plena, and it is my distinct pleasure to introduce them to you now. Los Hijos e Plena.
Yo sí soy pura candela, tú no te metas conmigo que soy un hijo de plena. que se juntaron, se formó una gozadera. Darle gracias yo quisiera, porque este negro invitaron esta fiesta que formaron, con bomba y plena tan buena. Escúchala como suena, cultura del boricano, y la gozo con mis hermanos, que son los hijos de plena, cosa buena.
Yo sí soy pura candela. Tú no te metas conmigo, que soy un hijo de plena. Yo sí soy pura candela. Tú no te metas conmigo, que soy un hijo de plena.
En el salón o en la calle tocan bomba, tocan plena, y de alegría se llena la gente con su detalle. Hazme el coro, no me falle, baila conmigo esta plena, bailala con tu morena, para que gocen la tragedia por el brebaje, para aliviar la pena, cosa buena.
Yo sí soy pura candela. Tú no te metas conmigo, que soy un hijo de plena. Yo sí soy pura candela. Tú no te metas conmigo, que soy un hijo de plena.
Ay, la plena de Puerto Rico, su música verdadera, a mi estilo, a mi manera, a los maestros dedico. Con respeto aquí le explico, mi plena no es tiraera, pero decirle quisiera que a ninguna otra se la, porque soy pura candela y yo soy un hijo de plena, cosa buena.
Yo sí soy pura candela. Tú no te metas conmigo, que soy un hijo de plena. Yo sí soy pura candela. Tú no te metas conmigo, que soy un hijo de plena.
Ay, que soy un hijo de plena.
Que soy un hijo de plena.
Oiga aquí a donde quiera.
Que soy un hijo de plena.
Porque en mi cultura borinqueña soy un hijo de plena.
Soy un hijo de plena.
Ay, escucha el pandero suena.
Soy un hijo de plena.
Y JB le da su manera.
Soy un hijo de plena. Que 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 soy un hijo de plena.
Yo sí soy pura candela. Tú no te metas conmigo, que soy un hijo de plena.
Yo sí soy pura candela. Tú no te metas conmigo, que soy un hijo de plena. Yo sí soy pura candela. Tú no te metas conmigo, que soy un hijo de que soy un hijo de plena.
Thank you. That song was called Soy un hijo de plena, which means I am part of this group. Loose translation. This next song is called Plena Celebración, which means full celebration. It also is a play on words on plena. It's a song that we wrote after Hurricane Maria and after some of the financial troubles that were happening on the island. And it was our way of expressing optimism for the future of the island. At least that's our wish, and that's what we hope will happen. And this goes something like this. Quiero que cante mi gente, para que tengan claro y bien pendiente que el optimismo está vigente para un futuro nuevo y diferente. Quiero que cante mi gente, para que tengan claro y bien pendiente que el optimismo está vigente para un futuro nuevo y diferente. cambiar lo malo en el ambiente y todo se mejora gradualmente.
Quiero que cante mi gente, para que tengan claro y bien pendiente que el optimismo está vigente para un futuro nuevo y diferente.
Yo estoy aquí, clara mi mente, les traigo mi mensaje exigente, porque la bomba sigue rebelde y plena es lo que me pide la gente.
Para que tengan claro y bien pendiente que el optimismo está vigente para un futuro nuevo y diferente.
Los tiempos pasan, todo es diferente, pero lo que no cambia es mi gente, que con orgullo y alza la frente, llevan el alma pura y sonriente.
Quiero que cante mi gente, para que tengan claro y bien pendiente que el optimismo está vigente para un futuro nuevo y diferente.
Los tiempos cambian, abre la mente, si quieres un futuro diferente, con optimismo, marchar de frente, por eso quiero que cante mi gente.
Quiero que cante mi gente,
¡eso es!
para que tengan claro y bien pendiente que el optimismo está vigente para un futuro nuevo y diferente.
Para un futuro nuevo y diferente.
Para un futuro nuevo y diferente.
Para un futuro bien sonriente.
Para un futuro nuevo y diferente.
Con optimismo, marchar de frente.
Para un futuro nuevo y diferente.
Porque mi bomba sigue rebelde.
Para un futuro nuevo y diferente.
Plena del pueblo, me pide la gente.
Para un futuro nuevo y diferente.
Lo que no cambia, eso es mi gente.
Para un futuro nuevo y diferente.
Que con orgullo y alza la frente. ¡Voy!
Para un futuro nuevo y diferente.
Quiero que cante mi gente, para que tengan claro y bien pendiente que el optimismo está vigente. Por eso quiero que cante mi gente.
Quiero que cante mi gente, para que tengan claro y bien pendiente
Que el optimismo está vigente para un futuro nuevo y diferente. Quiero que cante mi gente, para que tengan claro y bien pendiente que el optimismo está vigente. ¡Vamos! Para un futuro nuevo y diferente. Thank you very much. No me dejen solo. All right, so we're going to switch up a little bit. As you heard during the presentation, we actually performed two styles of music from Puerto Rico. What you just heard were two plenas, played with hand drums, the guiro, the hollowed-out gourd, and call and response in the African tradition. What we're going to play now is bomba. ¿Verdad que sí, Miki? Sí. Okay. Which you'll see, it's very beautiful in its own right and has some beautiful elements that involve dance, so we'll do that. La bomba es mi libertad, olvida la cadena y el mayoral.
La bomba es mi libertad, olvida la cadena y el mayoral.
De la África lejana yo vine para acá, amarrado con cadena yo vine a trabajar.
La bomba es mi libertad, olvida la cadena y el mayoral.
Cuando llegue mi hermano ese mayoral, de sol a sol me daba sin descansar.
La bomba es mi libertad, olvida la cadena y el mayoral.
En
exprimo, quiero expresar el sentimiento mío, mi realidad.
La bomba es mi libertad, olvida la cadena y el mayoral.
Olvido la tristeza del cafetal cuando bailo la bomba en el solar.
La bomba es mi libertad, olvida la cadena y el mayoral.
Café, tabaco y caña voy a sembrar y después del trabajo la bomba va.
La bomba es mi libertad, olvida la cadena y el mayoral.
Olvida el latigazo y la maldad cuando los bulleadores oigo sonar.
La bomba es mi libertad, olvida la cadena y el mayoral.
De la África lejana yo vine para acá, amarrado con cadena yo vine a trabajar.
La bomba es mi libertad, olvida la cadena y el mayoral.
Cuando llegue mi hermano este mayoral, ahora pico ese coro pa' vacilar.
La bomba es mi libertad, olvida la cadena y el mayoral.
Olvida la cadena y el mayoral. Olvida la cadena y el mayoral. Quiero bailar la bomba, quiero olvidar.
Olvida la cadena y el mayoral.
Olvida la cadena y el mayoral, mamá.
Olvida la cadena y el mayoral.
De sol a sol mi pana me daba sin descansar.
Olvida la cadena y el mayoral.
Vamos a bailar la bomba, quiero olvidar.
Olvida la cadena y el mayoral.
Yo voy pateo, bate y quiero gozar.
Olvida la cadena y el mayoral.
Olvida el latigazo y la maldad.
Olvida la cadena y el mayoral.
De la África lejana yo vine para acá.
Olvida la cadena y el mayoral.
Díselo. Olvida la cadena y el mayoral. 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 La bomba es mi libertad. Olvida la cadena y el mayoral. La bomba es mi libertad. Olvida la cadena y el mayoral. La bomba es mi libertad. Olvida la cadena y el mayoral.
I truly hate to interrupt that energy, but we have some honors to give. Angel, would you like to join me at the podium? Okay, we have something expected and we have something unexpected. This is the expected thing. On behalf of Governor Larry Hogan, the state of Maryland, the Department of Commerce, the Division of Tourism, Film, and the Arts, and the Maryland State Arts Council, and the Maryland Traditions Program, it's my honor to present to you this governor's citation for a Maryland Traditions Heritage Award 2019 in the category of tradition. And hot off the presses, I was standing in the wings literally 10 minutes ago and was handed a second citation, this one coming from the Maryland General Assembly, Howard County Delegation. I'm going to read it out, literally 10 minutes ago. This official citation is offered to Cultura Plenera in recognition of winning the Maryland Traditions Heritage Awards for acting as stewards of Puerto Rican culture and the musical styles of bomba and plena, presented on this 7th day of June, 2019. So congratulations. So that was some incredible energy, and I hope you can do us the great favor of sort of taking us out for the evening. Absolutely. Sounds good? Wonderful. Would you like to say a greeting to the crowd before we...
I feel like this was a setup because I think I had volunteered Julia Gutierrez to come up here and speak some words, but she's much smarter than that, so obviously she set me up for this. But I do want to take the opportunity to thank everybody for the great honor. We are Maryland residents that have been here for a very long time. We were born in Puerto Rico, but we're federal employees that work at the Social Security Department. We are contractors that work for DOD. We are teachers that are teaching in your schools. We basically are part of your community, and this honor really sends a signal to us that because we came and we brought our traditions, you acknowledge and accept us as Maryland residents and really are making us feel like we have a home here. We have a home on the island. So thank you. They told me not to speak too much, and that's why I'm just going to go back and play some music for you guys. All right, thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, these have been our 13th Annual Maryland Traditions Heritage Awards. This is the last time you'll see me on stage tonight. We have a reception waiting for you in the lobby, and I would encourage you to follow the band there. I heard we're going to hear some bluegrass out there, too, but follow the band to the lobby. I will see you there. Los hijos de plena.
Sí, sí, sí.
Pa' que gocen todo el mundo, la plena va a gozar. Por aquí me voy yo ahora porque yo quiero bailar. Quiero que me sigan pa' que vamos a vacilar. La trulla y los pleneros a la fiesta ya llegó. Con guiro y con pandero la plena ya se formó. La trulla y los pleneros. Con guiro y con pandero la plena ya se formó. Llegaron los hijos de plena y venimos a vacilar. Llegamos los hijos de plena y la fiesta va a sacar. Porque yo traigo la plena pa' que me sigas a mí. Pa' que goce todo el mundo, la plena ha llegado aquí.